Sunday, March 29th, 2020. This is All About Your Benjamins and your weekly mixtape and weekend review video. All right, well, I hope you are all handling this quarantining and being stuck at home well. It's been a better week this week. The first week was kind of chaotic with having to balance e-learning and getting a good schedule for work for both of myself and my wife. But we've got a good routine down, so hopefully you're finding your routine for this temporary normal. Let's get to the headlines that may or may not be impacting your financial planning portfolio. And we actually get to get back to a little bit of normalcy, at least with the topics. So obviously there's plenty of coronavirus news out there. I'll let you look at where the numbers are, take care of all that. But there are some economic numbers I want to hit on. And the first one is the stimulus, the $2 trillion stimulus plan that the president signed over the weekend. I guess it's Saturday it signed or Friday. It was passed on Friday. I don't know what time it was signed. But anyways, the stimulus package, that's going to be the package that's going to be delivering checks to your mailbox or your bank account. A lot of details still left to be known, but there is that big package. There's some other things along with small business loans, but some steps to try to help the economy weather this storm. I don't think this is the type of stimulus plan that's going to actually stimulate the economy. I don't think there's enough there for that. One-time checks are great if this were to be better within a month's time, but I don't know if business will be back to normal, if people will be rehired in a month's time. So I think there may have to be some more stimulus that comes down the pike to help those families that don't have the income, the businesses that have shut down. But nonetheless, they finally got something passed. Again, there are some income requirements or restrictions to who will get these checks or not. When I talked about it last week, they were looking at 2018 tax returns. They'll look at 2019 tax returns if you've already filed them. So still some opportunity for people who are going to need the help to be missed because of what they made last year and the year before, but they might be out of work today. But a deal was passed. So that was the big thing from last week. Another big thing from last week is our streak of low unemployment is now gone. There were over 3 million unemployment claims on the latest report. If there's a chart out there floating around that is just like real low and a huge spike. So we went up to 3 million on the unemployment, and that will probably grow. There are people projecting 20 to 30% unemployment. That may be on the far end, but who knows? Nonetheless, we should see and expect unemployment to rise in the near short term. With that, in that bill, there are some enhanced unemployment benefits. So if you find yourself in that situation, be aware of what you're going to be entitled to and make sure you fill things out properly, but there will be some additional benefits for the short term for those losing work. Through all of this, the market managed to get out of a bear market, and I put in quote marks because I don't think we are done with the market going down, but the market was up 20% this week. So a number of things I want to touch on this. One, timing the stock market is very hard. So if you would have sold out in a panic earlier in the week, you would have missed a quote-unquote bull market now of 20% increase. Now we're still down well over 20% from the all-time highs, but this shows you how quickly things can move, and you don't want to miss the market if you get out. So it ties into my belief of having a diversified portfolio, tying that to a financial plan and being a long-term investor and making sure that you have your short-term needs out of the market, whether that be cash and savings, short-term bonds. We talked about last week, the bond funds were having a kind of wild ride as well. So that's not always going to be guaranteed. Actually, bonds are never guaranteed, but they're more safe, but they don't always play out that way. So goes back to having a plan, constructing your portfolio, having your short-term needs in place, and then not reacting to the markets because you don't know what you're going to miss. So we'll see what happens, but I don't think that we are officially out of a bear market. I don't think that we're in a new bull market, but that is the numbers what have happened this week. So again, bear markets are 20% declines from the highs. We hit that easily. 20% from the lows is considered a bull market. We did that in 1 week. Again, I don't think that is going to continue. I could be wrong, but I feel like there's still a lot of bad news ahead of us when it comes to more unemployment, when it comes to the coronavirus numbers in the United States, to deaths, to the hospital stress. So I don't think that the bad news is gone. It just may have been a lot of overselling and a response to some of the things that happened this week. And finally, one other thing that happened this week that was interesting. We've said the Federal Reserve a lot on this show. Chairman Powell came out and basically said the Fed is prepared to do anything they need to keep things going and do their part. So that means buying bonds from the government, buying corporate bonds, even going out and buying ETFs and stocks is now on the table. So the Federal Reserve, whether you like them or not, have committed to doing everything within their power to help out. It's just now we've got to get things moving on the economy side. So, we'll have to wait and see how long these quarantines last. President mentioned hoping that we'd be back to normal in 2 weeks. To me, that seems a little early given everything that we have seen around the world and that we haven't had the worst here yet. So 2 weeks out from this past week seems a little early, but we will see. So that is everything for this week. So getting back to some of our normal headlines with unemployment and the Fed and some other things. But I hope you had a great week. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, head on over to allaboutyourbenjamins.com. The link is in the comments to see the mixtape. If you're listening to this on your Amazon device, head on over there as well so you can check out all the great writing from this week. Some great posts that I think you'll enjoy. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and share. Leave comments. We'd love to have some comments and get back to responding with you all as well. But most importantly, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss out. My plan is to be doing more videos with a little bit of time I'm saving, not having to go to soccer and basketball practices, squeezing in some more videos, bringing in some of my friends from around the profession to talk through some things that are going on. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next episode.